Hi, we are back again, and this is the NCERT series going on, and this the chapter's second lecture set. Today we've got a few question numericals for you. So these are a few questions in this lecture set. All of these questions are based on certain formulas, and the entire calculation will be shown how it has been done. So this question gives you a table where you can see there are 4 columns. The first one is quantity sold by a firm, then its total revenue in rupees, then its total cost, and profit column is empty here. So in this table we have to calculate profit at each output level. So as we know that as per the common formula, that profit is the difference between the total revenue and the total cost, and also we need to calculate the or determine the market price here of the good. So the simple formula for calculating the market price is taking the ratio of total revenue and the quantity, which is TR upon Q. So simply applying the formula, and the units have been given here. We'll calculate the profit first of all. So profit is TR minus TC. TR is first column, as per the table, TR is second column and TC is the third column, meaning to say column 2 minus column 3 will give you profit at each level. So for example, profit, when we take the first unit, it is TR minus TC. So 0 minus 5, it will give you minus 5. Similarly, 5 minus 7, it's minus 2. 10 minus 10 is 0, and so on. So this is the profit column, and we'll use the market price formula for calculating which is TR upon Q. So here we'll take the ratio of, we'll divide column number 2 by column number 1. So it gives you market price, which is the another column here. For example, taking unit 1, it's 0 upon 0, which is 0, nothing. Then it's 5 upon 1, which is 1. Then it's 10 upon 2, which is 5. Meaning to say column number 2 divided by column number 1 will give you the market price column, and so on. So this is how it is done. The next question is here there is a condition given where there is a market with 2 firms only, and the price is given in the first column. Then it's the column labeled with SS1 gives you the supply schedule of firm 1, whereas SS2 gives you the supply schedule of firm 2. Now what we have to do is we have to compute the market supply schedule. As we have already studied, it's the summation of the supply of 2 firms, or whatever number of firms are there, the total summation of the total is the market supply. The summation of the supply of whatever number of firms are there in the market becomes the market supply, and when it is being shown in the tabular form, it becomes the market supply schedule or market supply schedule. So here nothing special has been done. It's just the summation of these 2 columns, column number 2 plus column number 3. As you can see here, it's column number 2 plus column number 3 gives you market supply, because there are only 2 firms here. If there will be 3 firms or 4 firms, then all the firms will be taken together, and that will give you the total market supply. So it's again it goes on like column number 2 plus 3, here again 2 plus 3, it gives you the market supply column. It's nothing else but column number 2 plus column number 3. So this is how the entire market supply schedule is taken out. Only this much needs to be done here in this chapter. Again, now there is a question where the condition is given as that there is a firm that earn a revenue of rupees 50 when the market price of the good is rupees 10. Meaning to say that the firm is earning a revenue of rupees 50 when the price of good was 10. Now what happens is that the market price increases. Now the price becomes 15 instead of 10. And similarly, the firm now earns a revenue which is greater than the earlier one because the price has increased and it is now rupees 150. So in this condition, what will be the price elasticity of the firm's supply curve? As we have already done in the earlier chapter, the formula for calculating the price elasticity of the firm supply curve is delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. We have done that entire derivation, how it's been done and why these values are being taken. So now here what we need, delta Q which shows the change in quantity, delta P which shows the change in price. So what we will do, here you can see the initial price P1 was rupees 10. So it will be taken under P1. Then total revenue here will be P into Q, as we already know how to calculate TR. It's the multiplication of price into quantity. So for TR1 it's P1 into Q1 which is rupees 50. Alright. Similarly what we will do, we'll simply put the values here to find the value of Q1. So here Q1 will be little shuffling here in this formula. So we'll keep Q1 here, P1 go on the other side. So it becomes TR1 upon P1 which is equal to Q1. We'll put the value, TR1 is 50, P1 is 10. So Q1 is 5 units. Similarly, if we see at price P2, what happens when the price changes and it becomes P2? The new price was rupees 15 as per the question. So here similarly TR2 will be P2 into Q2 which is rupees 50 as it's given in the value. So here putting the values with the help of formula, we'll find out Q2 which is 10. It's been done in similar manner how it's been done for, it was done for Q1. Now we have got the value of Q1, Q2. Now with the difference of Q1 and Q2, we will find out change in quantity which is delta Q. Delta Q is Q2 minus Q1, that is new price minus earlier price, it is 10 minus 5 which is 5. P is the P1 minus P2, so it's 15 minus 10, it has to be delta P. Actually delta is not here, I'm sorry, but it has to be sorry, it's P1 upon minus P2 which is 15 minus 10. It shows the, again this has to be P2 minus P1. So P2 is rupees 15 and P1 was rupees 10. So this has to be P2 minus P1. There is a little error here. This is delta P equals to P2 minus P1 which is 15 minus 10, it is equal to 5. So we have got delta P from here. Now what we will do, we'll simply put the values here in the formula and Q2, delta Q2 will be 5, delta P will be 5 multiplied by the initial values of P and Q, and we'll get the value of ES which is nothing else but price elasticity of the firm supply curve which is 2. Now the question says that the market price of a good changes from rupees 5 to rupees 20. Earlier it was rupees 5, now it's been changed to rupees 20. As a result, the quantity supplied also increases by 15 unit, as we know that this quantity supplied goes in the same direction as to that of the price. So now since the price has increased, quantity also has increased to 15 units, by 15 units. So the price elasticity of the firm supply is given as 0.5. Now we have to find out the initial and the final outputs levels of the firm. We know that E has been given to 0.5. Now initial price is given to rupees 5. Final price becomes rupees 20 after the change. So delta P will be P2 minus P1 which is 20 minus 5 is 15. Delta Q is already given that quantity supplied has increased by 15 units, meaning to say that delta Q is already given which is 15. So now we'll use the formula again for elasticity supply, for elasticity, price elasticity of supply. We'll simply put the values. We have got delta Q, we have got delta P. Price elasticity is already given as 0.5. So we'll simply put the values. Only Q1 which is the initial or original quantity is not given and which needs to be found out here. So it will be, we'll keep it as Q1. So after calculating, putting all the values and shuffling a bit, calculating, we get the Q1 as 10 units. So initial quantity is 10 units, meaning to say the final quantity becomes which is Q2 is the change in quantity plus the initial quantity, meaning to say change in quantity, the final unit, the final quantity is the whatever change happened plus the initial change whatever was. So already delta Q is given as 15 units. Initial we have just find out it's 10 units. So Q2 becomes 25 units. So this was the final quantity in the given scenario. Now the question is, at the market price where of rupees 10, a firm supplies 4 units of output, meaning to say that this is price and this is Q, which this is P is 10 and Q is 4. Now market price increases to rupees 30. The price elasticity of firm supply is 1.25. Price elasticity is already given, it's 1.25. So what quantity will the firm supply at the new price? Now we'll assume that the firm supply Q units at the new price, meaning to say when the price changes, now the firm is supplying capital X units. So initially what is given? P is equals to rupees 10, which is given in the question. P1 is rupees 30. It changes to 30. So delta P will be P1 minus P, which is 30 minus 10 is equal to 20. So we have got delta P here. Now Q is given as 4 units. It's already given. Q1 we assume that at X unit. We have just taken an assumption. Let us assume that Q1 or the new quantity supplied is X units. Now for delta Q, it definitely is Q1 minus Q, that is new quantity minus initial quantity. So it is the X minus 4 units. ES is already given, it's 1.25. So using the formula again, which we have been using in the last few questions, we'll simply put the values. And here what is Q1, I mean the change in Q1 is the new quantity. So what happens here, we'll simply put the values here. Delta Q is X minus 4, delta P is 20, initial P is given as 10 and Q is given as 4. So we'll simply put the values and find out the value of X, which comes out to be 14 units here. So this is simply how you do it. And we have tried to find out the new quantity that will be supplied here. So once we'll find out the value of X here, the value of delta Q also can be calculated, because the value of X 14 will be put in here. 14 minus 4 become 10 units. So meaning to say that delta Q will become 10 here. And further with the calculation and putting the values, what can be done? The entire value can be calculated. So this is how it is done. It is simply nothing else but the just putting the values in the formula which is already given, and calculating the whatever the value needs to be calculated. And as I already told you, that's the link to the online coaching classes that you can go to and avail classes for. I wish you good luck. Keep studying and keep practicing, and in case of any confusion, you can simply write in